Hello, welcome back to another episode of Cloud Structure. So my name is Amarnath Mishra and I warmly welcome all of you to our channel, that is Blue Crest College BCC Broadcast. Today's topic is rate level 5, the continuations of redundancy in the storage solution. So today we will learn how to configure the rate level 5, which is basically stripping with parity. Here data works with the help of parity bit, where the redundancy will be done over here as per the disk availability. So it gives the redundancy of 1/3 of the disk space, and the data works in the form of parity bit calculations. So we will see that how the rate level 5 is work, and also it gives the enhancement, the performance of the disk solution. So whenever the fault will be occurred, it will help me to have the redundancy of the disk, and also it will give the enhancement of the performance of the data process. So if the data will be missing, it will be calculated with the parity. If the parity will be there, it will calculate the data. So that is the feature of your RAID level 5. For the configuration of RAID level 5, we need to check the connectivity of the cloud systems. First we will ping, so we will ping 10.0.0.1, and it is replying. So we can see that the connectivity of the node is proper and it is responding. So now we will check the another node of cloud systems, that is 10.0.0.2, and it is also replying very well. Now we will take remote connections of node system, that is 10.0.0.2, and it is asking for the credential, so we'll put the credential. So it is good to go connections. So it is connecting. Now we can see that the system has already connected. So now we can see that the system is already in. So we will connect with the system. So we can see that so many nodes are there. So we'll start the system. So we are going to log into the storage system where the disk is installed over here. So we'll log in with the credential. So we have provided the credential. So credential is provided and the system is getting in. So already we are in the system, so it is loading with the dashboard. So we'll go to the server manager, and system is getting ready. So you can see that server is ready now. So already it has been loaded. So we'll go to the tools, we'll go to the computer management. When we come to the computer management, we'll select the disk management. In the left pan, we can see here that lot of configurations is already there. So we can see that disk 0, disk 1, disk 2 and disk 3 is there. So already 3 disk is already there, disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, and we have seen that there are lot of configurations are already there, like primary partition is there, simple volume is already configured there, span volume is already configured there, and strip volume is already configured. So we have seen this, there are lot of configurations are already done. So, and mirror volume, that is RAID level mirror is also been configured here. So now we'll configure RAID level 5. So from the unallocated space, here we can see that these drives are already available in the storage. So when we come to the systems, so you can see that disk drive C, E, F, G, H, I all are already created. So now we are going to configure the RAID level 5. In RAID level 5, it is basically we'll go for the unallocated space. So right click on unallocated space and we'll go for new red label 5 volume. The moment we click on red label 5, it is come pop up with the welcome wizard. So welcome to new red label 5 volume wizard is there. So now we'll go to the next. When we come to the next, we can see that there are 3 discs is available over here, and we will add all the 3 discs. So it is basically going to strip the disk at the same size. So we will add all the 3 discs, and the moment we provide the size, so if I give 500 MB, it is already taking the 1000 MB, but actually it is the 1500 MB. The space from the disk 1 is 500 MB, disk 2 500 MB, and disk 3 500 MB. So total it is 1500 MB is taken over here, but it is displaying only 1000 MB because 500 MB it will store for the redundancy purpose and for the fault tolerance. So we'll go to the next. It will provide with the drive letter, that is J drive, and we'll go to the next. It is good to go. So assigned drive letter is J. It will format in the form of NTFS file system. We'll leave as it is. We'll go to the next, and then after that it is showing me the details of the disk what we have configured here. So volume type is red label 5, disk selected type is disk 1, disk 2, and disk 3. 3 disk is already selected, and from which there is the volume size is 1000 MB, and drive letter path is J, and the file system type is NTFS, and it will be in the form of volume. So it will create a new volume, that is J drive volume. We'll go to finish, and it will create over here red label 5. So you can see that it is creating the disk as a red label 5, and also it will resynchronize the disk. All the 3 disks will be synchronized. So you can see it has been healthy. So drive is ready now for use. So we'll go to the system and we'll put some data over here. When we come to the J drive, we can see here there is no data is there. It is an empty drive. So we can see it is having 1000 MB, and actually the size is 1500, but 500 MB is used for the redundancy purpose. So we'll click the drive, we'll put some data over here. So we'll create one data, that is bitmap image. We'll create another data, that is contact list. So we'll put James. We'll click OK. So James has one contact list has created. We'll create one rich text document. We'll create one compressed document. So we have created lot of document over here. So the data has been created in the disk drive. So we'll go to the configuration part again, to the disk management. So again we'll move to the disk management. So we can see here red label 5 is already configured, and data is also been provided over here. So we can see that the data is already there. Here performance will be enhanced, but simultaneously it will also be able to use the fault tolerance. So whenever a disk is gone down, it will show that the redundancy will be occurring. So now if we go for the disk space, we'll put a disk offline, so that we'll check that whether the redundancy is occurring or not. So I will right click on one of the disk and I'll put offline. So when we take offline a disk, we will see that it will go for the fault. So you can see that the disk is gone down, and there's a down arrow is already prompting over here. And if you see upward, there are all the disk has gone and it has been failed. So you can see that it has crossed. This one is also crossed. This one has also gone cross. This one is also cross. So these are all failed. So you can see all this disk has gone failed. That is simple has gone failed. Simple volume, span volume has also failed. Then strip volume has also failed. But the thing is that here you can see the red label 5, it is having a failed redundancy. That means the disk is having problem. So disk has been failed, but the thing is that it is been redundant by the other parity information. So here you can see that the parity bit is calculating the data. Parity bit is calculating the data, and it is able to provide the data information. So now if we go to the drive, we will see these datas are available. We'll go to the disk volume. Now see here the J drive is already there. So J drive is here. It is already providing me the data. So at the user end level, so you can see that the data is available over here. That means the user end will not feel there is any problem has occurred, but actually what will happen, the disk will be gone down, still the data will be available over here. So if in this scenario, if any disk is gone down, it doesn't affect the data. And real time scenario, in the production environment, all the system is been configured in this manner, so that the data, if even the disk is gone down, the data will not be affected from that, and disk will be replaced. So now what we will do, we'll bring online the disk which has been replaced. So we'll minimize this, we'll go to the disk management. So here is our disk management, and now we'll bring online. So if we replace the disk also, when we bring the online system, so it will resynchronize the disk and the data will be available also. So for user end, they will not understand that any fault has been occurred, they will be able to access the data. So still you can see there is a notification because of the failed redundancy, it has not been synchronized. So we'll right click and we'll reactivate the disk. The moment we reactivate the disk, it is going to resynchronize the disk. Once it is resynchronized, the disk will become healthy and it will be showing the normal features of the disk. So you have learned that how to configure the RAID level 5, that is stripping with parity. So in this session you have seen that how RAID works and gives the redundancy with the help of data fault tolerance. So if you want to learn more about these technologies, that data configuration, disk storage, cloud computing, server infrastructure, so please visit to our college, Blue Crest College, 77 Wilkinson Road, Freetown. Thank you.